Politics Part 3. If you have not seen Part 1, Part 2, kindly see it. It is below the link given. Please do like and subscribe my channel so that you can get more further updates. So here we are going to start about electoral constituencies. So first we have to see the point. The country is divided into electoral constituencies for both the Lok Sabha and Legislative Assembly election. One representative elected from each constituency by the voter. The country is divided into 543 constituency. इसको हम ऐसे भी याद कर सकते हैं 5 4 3. For the Lok Sabha election, the elected representatives are called MP, Member of Parliament. Similarly, each state is divided into a number of assembly constituencies and the representative elected from each constituencies is called the Member of Legislative Assembly or MLA. So for Lok Sabha, the country is divided into 543 constituencies. The representative elected from each constituency is called Member of Parliament. Or we can also say that it gives a chance for a weaker section so that come and contest an election and participate in it, because they will never get a chance in election. So in a parliament, lower section people are having reserved seats, scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, other backward classes, women reservations are there, so that they can come and participate because they are already treated inferior. And when they will not participate and not be included, so they will become weak and weak. So in order to make an equal participation so that they can survive and their entity can survive, so they can carry out in a leading democratic election. So now let's see who these reserved constituencies are. In open electoral competition, certain weaker section of a society may not stand a good chance of winning because of the influence of powerful section. Hence, the maker of a constitution prepare a system of reserved constituencies for these weaker sections. So certain constituencies are reserved for the people belonging to scheduled caste and scheduled tribe. In the Lok Sabha, seats reserved for SC/ST are 79, 41 respectively. These are in proportion of their population in the total population of the country. Seats are reserved for the other backward classes as well. They may not have the required resources, education and contact to contest and win an election. So here we can see that in democratic election, they are eligible or not, but they can play a vital role in leading an election. Everyone should have equal opportunity to choose their representatives, but they should have a power to carry out in the further motive and further development of a nation. So now let's talk about the voter list. The list of people who are eligible for voting is prepared by the Election Commission of India. This ensures that everyone in the country gets an equal opportunity by choosing their political representative. Regardless of a person's caste, creed, color and gender, every citizen of age 18 years is eligible to vote. It is an important step. It is linked to the first condition of a democratic election. Everyone should get an equal opportunity to choose their own representative. Here we get different citizens, different from another in a man way. Some are rich, some are poor, some are highly educated and some are not so educated and some not educated at all, but still they have a right to vote. That is the power of a democratic country.